ang business namin, magpaupa talaga ng proper. So, nung wala pang umuupa before, gamit muna sa bisyo. Which is of moto, flat track, enduro. So, kaya merong 4 lease doon sa harap. So, pero baka meron ditong big time, gusto nyo ituloy yung advocacy, rentahan nyo nito, usap tayo sa presyo, and then, di ba? I don't know, put up something, 100 per square meter, 5,000 square meter to lahat. Kung merong big time dyan, tuloy natin. Partner tayo. Hindi natin school. Pero, korporasyon kasi kami. Pero, ang good news, meron kaming binubuo na racetrack, adventure track, motocross, enduro sa the playground. Sa Baras. Ang lapit lang. From here, kung walang traffic, 30 minutes. Kung may traffic, 45 to an hour. Galing dito sa Taytay. Teresa. Ang ganda. So, welcome. Anyway, for last time, we learned about the I call it 4 dimensions of getting better or going to the next level. Some of my students call it the 4 fundamentals of MX Messiah training. So, etong mga bagay na ito, I always say, inimbento ko lang siya. Hindi ko siya, kasi coach siya, educator. I'm an educator, nagturo ko sa college. And then, so sabi ko, I have this burden of growing the community. Yung ganitong sport is, whether you like it or not, ang tawag namin dito is high risk. High risk sport. And highly perishable. Did you know that you can die here? I have friends who died. I have friends who broke their spine. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this for you to listen and not just be brave. I need you to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not a magician here. So ang ibibigay ko ay knowledge and foundation for you to be safe. Kasi ang dream ko lang, guys, is maging lumaki yung community. Pero ang parang na-realize ko from the last 30 years, maraming hindi nag-iisip, maraming ayaw mag-lesson, maraming ayaw mag-drill, maraming ayaw. So yung sport, hindi lumalaki, daming nasasaktan. Okay? So today, I want to bring you to this idea na you can get hurt, you can die. I don't like that. Hindi lalaki yung community. However, I believe the community, the sport can save a lot na merong need for adrenaline rush. Ano naman, gagawin nila sa uncontrolled environment. Sa road, may kasalubong, may pag nagkamali ka, pwede ka masagasaan. So magiging chill rider ka doon sa road. Once you realize, meron palang mas mahirap. Meron palang mas challenging. Kahapon nga yung level 1 natin, si Arjun tsaka si Matt, ang sasakit ng may muscle group sila na masakit ngayon. Saka nakakita ng gano'n, di ba? Lagi naman nagra-ride yung dalawa yan. Kasi mahirap. Pero masaya. Masaya. So, ang maganda ngayon, ilatag ko muna yung idea na we can get hurt, we can die in this sport. That's the correct mindset. It will balance you. Huwag tayong maging matapang. Let's not be brave. Let's use our mind. Maging matalino tayo. Guys, what? This is probably your second session from everything. When we were racing back in the day, we practiced every day. Every day. After school. Before school. Yung mga anak ko, 3 times a week. Wednesday and then Saturday, Sunday. Later, magde-demo sila. I have twins na 13 years old. And, kasi highly perishable. Hindi ka mag-train ng once a week, twice a week. Hindi mo na magagawa basta-basta yung ginagawa mo na gnarly. Medyo parang hindi ka na isa sa bike. Kailangan dito, isa ka sa bike. Kailangan nararamdaman mo yung kada ikot ng bike. Okay. The ultimate goal, I believe, in all two wheels, kailangan laging sabay yung front tire na ikot at rear tire. The moment na hindi yan sabay, halimbawa 1,000 RPM front, yung likod naging 9,999 revolution per minute. What's gonna happen? Gaganon yun. Hindi siya magiging straight. You're gonna break traction. So how do we counter that? Wala namang perfecto sa atin, di ba? That's why we stand up. Kasi pag nakatayo tayo, if that happens, if ever happens, kasi hindi mo kabisado yung lugar, kaya nga you train sa controlled environment kasi kabisado mo yung lugar. So mas safe. Pero halimbawa, nagka-travel ka, punta ka ng first time, katulad namin, nagtakadang kami, nagsusunod lang kami ng coordinates, nagda-downhill kami ng haba, ang tarik. Di namin alam kung saan yung lokasyon ng bato na mas malaki, na anong anggulo, di ba? So, yung loyalty mo, premise to, ito yung foundation, kailangan sabay yung ikot ng unahang gulong sa likurang gulong. Kapag mabagal ka, walang problema, madali mong habulin. Pero hindi naman kayo laging mabagal, bibilis din kayo. It takes time lang to be mabilis. So, maiiba yung rotation niyan dahil madulas. Kailangan, alam mo, so yung number one fundamental, mastery of control. Sabihin nyo, mastery of control. The front will slow down yung spin yan with the front brake. Pero yung rear will slow down yung rotation yan with engine brake and rear brake. Pwede mong bilisan yung pagbagal ng rear spin with the brakes. Right? Last time, trinain ko kayo just the engine brake and then front. Kasi yun ang super halaga. Super halaga. So, yung myth na sinasabi in off-roading, rear lang. I want to ask the credentials of those who are teaching that. And, because that's wrong. Madidelikado if wrong foundation. Kasi, ang takbo ng motor, paabante. All the weight goes to the front. Right? Kaya nga, yung drill natin nakaraan, pagka-hanging, all the weight goes to the rear and then, naka-incline, the front would hardly work. Lutang na eh. So, rear yung ginamit. Remember that? Yung ginawa natin last time? That's the only time na pabalik yung direction mo, right? Eh, lagi naman paabante yung direction natin, whether slow or fast. So, you gotta master the front brake. But you have to make sabay yung rear rotation sa front brake. Pinababagal mo yung front eh. Rotation. Pero paano ka eh? Isabay mo yung likod. How? Pag mabilis ka, kailangan mong magbaba ng cambio. Kapag first gear ka lang, kailangan mong i-precise yan with the rear brake. Kasi yung engine brake, iba-iba yung torque, iba-iba yung characteristics ng engine. Yung engine brake, makakabisa mo yan, pero hindi siya mabilis babagal. So, yun yung precision, layer of control, and correction, rear. So, dapat maging magaling ka sa rear brake. However, ang titigas ng boots natin. Tama? Tapos, sabi ko sa inyo, technique. Dahil hindi tayo perfecto, we have a finger in the clutch. Kung wala kang finger in the clutch, riding with ease, that's suicide. So, hindi kayo pwede mag-production bike. Kasi sobrang lakas ng production bike. Race bike yun eh. You need to have, kailangan sanay kayo sa clutch ng isang daliri or dalawa. Makikita niyo mamaya yung anak ko, iikot dito dahil itong truck na to is really technical. Walang panahon na lahat ng daliri niya wala sa clutch. Sa truck na ito. Kasi very technical eh. Puro pakanan, liko agad, jump na naman. Very technical. Right? So makikita nyo, ang lilit ng daliri nun kasi first year high school lang eh. Alala nyo first year high school kayo? Musmus pa tayo. Lalo mga lalaki, late bloomer. So, yun yung sinasabi ko, mastery of control. Front brake, wherever the front, susunod yung likod. Kapag ka hindi ninyo alam ito, yun na yung high side. Siguro, nagtuturing yan, nagtuturing ka. Ito ang tatandaan ninyo. Ang laging aksidente dyan, kapag dumulas yung likod. Dumulas yung likod. And then gaganito yung bike. Di ba? Bakit dumulas yung likod? Kasi may nadaanan kang madulas or mabilis yung speed mo, matulin ka eh. And then, shucks, kailangan ko bumagal. Pag preno mo, lahat ng weight transfer to the front. Yung likod, lumulutang na yan, halos lutang. Eh, yung pagpreno mo sa likod, the same way ng pagpreno mo ng normal city riding. Ha? Ba't dumulas? Siyempre, hindi mo naintindihan yung science eh. All the weight goes to the front. Okay, lagi ko example. Aahon ng Benguet, Antipolo. Overloading yung truck. 12-wheeler. So, may axle sa unahan. Axle dito sa likod. Pag mabibitin na, hindi na makaahon, eto na yung yung mga pahinante, may daladalang kahoy. Kasi pag hihinto na, sa kalso. Why? Kasi, ang preno ng truck, malakas sa unahan, mas mahina dun sa gitna, mas super hina hanggang sa likod. Eh, nabaliktad na yung direksyon, tapos pababa. Shucks, yung pinakamahina, lahat ng weight nasa, yung unang gulong, ito na, yung likod. Eh, yung pinakamahina. Tapos yung susunod na letter, medyo mahina. Mas malakas sa mahina. Yung pinaka malakas nasa unahan. Eh, ang gaan. So yung truck yung unang gulong, nakakita na kayo ng gano'n? Kasi yung pahinante yung bagal. O naiwan yung pangkalso niya. Ewan ko, nakakita na ako ng gano'n. Nung bata pa lang ako, sabi ko, ano kayo nangyayari? May problema yung truck. Hindi po, walang problema. Yung sasakyan ninyo, lahat yan, sasakyan ninyo, kahit sports car pa yan, yung amount of brake fluid sa front is more kaysa sa rear. Eh, isa lang naman ang preno na inaapakan mo, right? Pero talaga, kasi yun yung science. All the way transfer in front. So, ano nangyari? Pag bumitaw yung likod, madulas, shocks. Susunod na dyan, high side. Tama? Kasi biglang, kung hindi mo alam yung idea na kaya siya bumitaw, kailangan mong habulin. Kaya nga yung when in doubt, throttle it out. Yung iba, hindi nila naiintindihan, ba't nila nasa-save? Kasi pag gumagano na, they will throttle. Hindi nila alam, sinabay nila yung rotation nung likod ulit. Doon sa tamang rotation nung speed mo na pag-ganon. So biglang tumuwid ulit. Gulat ka, akala mo, galing mo. Dapat alam mo yung ginawa mo. So ito ngayon, alam nyo na gagawin nyo. Pero, in the first place, ang tinuturo natin dito, dapat hindi nangyari yun. Kasi dapat, master mo yung front, and then kapag may kapit at mas mabilis ka, dapat automatic ka na everything is front and then very light ka sa rear. Pero ito pa yung level of technique pag off-road. You gotta stand up and move your ass at the back so that you're weighting the back. Para hindi siya lumutang. Kasi, bibitaw rin sa off-road madulas bibitaw na yung unahan You need the help of the rear also. Para bumaba yung center of mass. Kasi all the weight goes to the front. So, yuyuko yung bike. You also need to use the rear para yung hindi mo ma-upset yung balance. Yung wheelbase mo hindi masyadong umikli kasi ibabalance niya, i-squat niya yung likod. So, hindi ganyan na ganyan. So, medyo gaganyan. Pero, yung body position mo, yung hips mo, is at the back. So, hindi mo tinutulak yung manabela. Kasi, humihinto ka pinapabagal mo, hindi mo pwedeng maitulak pa yung manabela. Pag naitulak mo yung manabela, yung suspension mo lulubog pa. Eh, sagad na. I told you, etong suspension na to, yung first 2-3 inches, sobrang plush. Pagdating dito sa bandang ilalim, kinda like, mabagal na. Kasi, dinisign siya para i-absorb yung high impact. Ito, yung mga small bumps. Eh, nandito ka na Nandito ka na sa baba. Hindi na to flush, hindi ka na to sasagapin. Suspension saves squids o yung mababa ang skin. Pero kapag ka matulin, and you're a lot of force and velocity, and you're trying to slow down, yung suspension mo nasa baba, dude, huwag mo nang dagdagan pa ng tulak. So dapat ang position mo is like this. Bossy. The position mo, when you're gonna brake like that in emergency, kahit nasa road ka, it's like this. Kasi tinutulak mo ngayon, hindi ako nakaupo dito. It's like this. Para yung tulak ng katawan ko na binabato sa unahan, hindi sa manibela, dito. Sa where? Foot peg. Hindi. You understand? Ganyan ako. So, imagine the force like that. Hindi pwedeng nandito ka lang at nakaipit ka. Right? And then sobrang you're trying to slow down. Kahit anong ipit mo rito, neutral ka lang ganito, matutulak mo yung manibela. Heartbreaking eh. Emergency to eh. So, dapat ang habit ninyo, even you're riding the road, and gnarly and madulas, muulan, you know when you're gonna brake, to quickly position yourself here para yung force papunta sa foot peg ganyan. And so when you brake, hindi ka na additional matutulak mo yung manibela. So yan ang lesson natin today. Okay? Ang lesson natin today, we're gonna explore these movements na it's either magiging zero ang push and pull natin dito. Ang force lang sa motor, pagka you're trying to wait front, ganito. You're pushing pa ganyan. Okay? And when you're braking, ang push mo sa motor, pa ganito. So, dyan na na-invento yung mga techniques ng mga pro racer before. So, ang efficient way, kailangan mo lang magka-leverage. Sino rito yung pumipihit ng liabe ng gulong ng truck? O kaya ng payloader, ang liit nung pampihit mo. Naku, kahit anong lakas mo. So yung mga vulcanizing guys, meron silang tubo. Sasalpakan nila na gano'n, no? Tao? So ito yun. Hindi mo mapuput all the force down here kung hindi ito yung angle mo. So ito na. I'm gonna bust this myth. What are some of the schools teaching our coaches? Pitin mo yung bike. Nagagasgas pa ng todo to yung ganda-ganda nito. Gagasgas, no? No matter how hard you grip this, when you're going with speed and velocity, and you need to slow down, and malakas ang preno natin, if eto yung position mo, nakaipit ka rito, no matter, mapapatula ka dito. Pero if this is your position, you understand? You're weighting the center of mass, which is the engine. And then your body weight plus yung velocity na kine-carry yung body weight mo, pushes here, more chance of survival than not. Kasi you're talking about gnarly eh. Lubak-lubak. And then you have to slow down. It's not like smooth the road, di ba? And then control with the front lang. And upo ka lang dito. No problem. Tapos ang suspension, no? Smooth eh. Pero guys, I remember asking TJ, 2 years ago, ba't ka sumemplang? Champion ka na eh. You just need to be parang second place, parang gano'n. Parang 2 years, PSBK yung last round, nung Moto1. Dito kasi dun sa Clark, meron lubak dun sa area na yun. Denive ko. So, nalubak ako. Psh! Talaga? Nakapunta ba kayo ng Clark? Meron pala mga patsi-patsi doon at saka merong areas na may parang alon. Meron din pala. And then you pay 3,500 o 2,500? 4,000 per track day? Come on, Johnny Tan. Johnny Tan, come on, man. Mahal ng bayan.
Yes.
Di ba? Ang mahal tapos may patsi-patsi pala. Kasi it's meant to be really smooth. Ang off-road, laging merong alon-alon at saka may... So you have to stand out. Yun yung reason why we need to stand up. To lower the center of mass. And because we need to help the bike na maging magaan, we cannot afford any little push, lubog pa na another inch kasi you need it to be playing sa upper stroke and not really in the lower stroke Kasi yung lower stroke, you're gonna lose traction. Kasi hindi na yung flush eh. So you have to stand up para may additional body suspension, which is your ankle, your knee. That's why you cannot lock up. I have a video. I don't know, have you seen me? Sinend ko yung Multistrada V2 on a double. I came short. Kumapos ako. And then, tinatanong nila, how was you able to save it? Kasi, expert riders, oh my goodness, kapos, we get scared. Pero, because we trained every day, nakuha na namin yung muscle memory, when we are gonna takot land, kahit takot, we unlock. We don't grip, lock. You understand? Ano yung mangyayari kung yung guy sa parkour would lock and then tatalon from 2-story? Bali yun. Di ba? Anong ginagawa nung nagpa-parkour? Grabe yung timing niya ng unlocking. Pag, and then, you understand? If I'm gonna jump from, can you hold the bike? If I'm gonna jump from here, aray, sakit tuhod ko. Pero if I'm gonna jump here, and I would unlock. Di ba? Pwede pa. You understand? Pero it's a skill din na tinuturo. Dati hindi ko tinuturo yun kasi I learned that through the years. Everyday riding, racing. And then may career kami or the Shell Yamaha Racing Team. Motocross, traveling the whole Philippines. Di ba? Being one of the best riders out there, off-road. So ngayon, adult learners, I want you guys to bear that in mind. Don't lock. Okay? Allow the bike to move. Ang movement nyo lang, dalawa. Sa ulo, your head will just go up and down. Okay? Pag hindi masyadong, pag flat lang, and hindi masyadong gnarly. And then your hips goes, kaya yung ulo, bababa. You wanna weight the back para ganito? The hips will move, the head will go down. Right? Before he gas, balik yung ulo, the hips will go here. Para ganon. Okay? So ultimately, what am I saying? Mastery of control, technique, you gotta stand up. We have to move around. And balance is, iba yung balance ng nakaupo sa nakatayo. Sometimes yung balance natin ng nakaupo, nakabase a few percentage sa hawak natin sa manibela. Which is on an extreme situation, wala dapat dito. Kasi it affects the suspension eh. Tapos you don't unlock anymore. Kailangan i-unlock rin yung wrist, elbow, and shoulders. You understand? So, parang nakapatong siya, really light, but you allow the bike to come near your chest, lower abdomen, away. Pero kung nakalock to, hindi mangyayari. Okay? So, kailangan, the point is zero push and zero pull. So, ang una nating drill na gagawin ng mastery of control and walang slack, and then no push and pull, is nakaupo muna. So, ikot lang tayo. Dun sa ahon na yun, we're gonna hang. Hang tayo doon. Kailangan hindi ka umatras. No front brake. No using of front brake. Cheating yun. Kasi the front brake will work kasi hindi siya steep eh. Di ba? Hindi siya steep eh. Yung ahon natin na gano'n, hindi siya steep. So, the front brake will work. Makapit pa dahil umulan the whole day yesterday. Eto, rear brake lang gagamitin natin. Pero hindi tayo magpapatay ng engine. Okay? So, we're ahon tayo, and then hinto tayo sa gitna, kailangan hindi ka umatras. So, basically, yung precision na nakapreno ka sa likod, and then, you're gonna, parang bitin. Alam mo pag bitin tayo sa antipolo? I just wanna see you do that. Pero, with this in mind, na hihila muna yung kadena. Lulubog muna yung suspension bago ka umabante. So, gusto ko, humila na yung kadena, lumubog na yung suspension, and then you go up. So, very precise. Kasi with adventure bikes, you have to be precise. You cannot have even 1 centimeter of going back. And then, umatras ako, tataasan mo yung throttle mo. Wow! And then, wow! Biglang, hila nung kadena. Pa! Tapos, lubog ng suspension, and then walang ka ng balance. Hindi pwede. Lalo ako, kaangkas ko yung asawa ko, hindi pwede mangyari yun. Ang liit-liit ko, dala ko Desert X. 5'6" lang ako. Kaangkas ko yung wife ko. Di ba? I have to be precise. So, in off-road riding, precision is everything. When there is technical areas, makikita mo ang expert off-roaders nakatayo, and then nandito yung paa, ready for level of correction yan eh. Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, dapat sabay ang rotation, di ba? Kasi pag nag-iba yan, naiiba yung lean angle and everything. So, pang-correct mo siya. Para mabago yung lean angle mo, maski sa liko. Sa liko nga pala, it's more of like patience. Hindi pwede yung... Tsaka mastery of control. Liko is mastery of control. Sa off-road Kasi sa on-road, pwede kang mag-coast ng mag-coast eh. Okay lang. Dito kasi madulas eh. So pag liliko kayo sa off-road, make sure lang na very patient kayo. So meron kang daliri sa clutch na you go to the friction zone and then smoothly apply from preno and then may roll speed ka, engine brake. Huwag mo hilahin yung clutch na mawawala yung engine brake and then mawawala yung tulak pabante. Okay? Yun yung rule. You have a finger in the clutch not to detach the power. Okay? Kasi dalawa lang yan eh. Kapag ka hinila mo yan, free wheel. Woo! Di ba? E di ibabalik mo na naman. Okay lang. Kasi baka mag-stall ka naman dahil masyadong mabagal yung corner. But make sure, dahan-dahan yung pag-deliver mo. Di ba? Kasi madulas yan eh. Gano'n rin naman sa road eh. Kaso lang, you can get away with it even if you're not smooth. Dito hindi. You're gonna whoop. You're gonna lose traction and akala ninyo magaling yung mga dumudulas na gano'n. No. Mabagal yun. Pag dumulas, okay, mag-a-adjust yung rider. Okay, dumulas ako. Pero tayo, galing! No, it's a stunt. Ang dami ko nakikita gano'n, mga coaches, tinuturo pa nila sa school nila yung brine-break yung traction. Preno, whoop! Sabi ko, ano kaya yung tinuturo nila? Ang tinuturo natin, huwag dumulas eh. Kasi yung dumudulas is a stunt for content. Kasi maraming views yun sa Reels eh. Pero hindi namin tinuturo yun. Real off-road racers, hindi namin kabisado yung dulas. Kasi we go fast. Eh pag brinake namin yung traction on our speed, hook! Yeah? Ang tinaaral namin, huwag dumulas. And we push the limits and then magdidrift na konti yan, mag-a-adjust kami. Oh, yun yung limits. Gets? So, hindi dapat tinuturo yung dulas. Kaya ang bibigat ng paa sa preno sa likod. Eh, pag mabilis na, yun ang yung sinasabi ko. Sanay nang mabilis umapak sa preno sa likod kasi ang tinuturo, break the traction. Boop! And then, binivideo pa. Ang galing, roll ako dun. Hindi tinuturo yun. I mean, mali yun. You understand with my explanation? Hey, if I will post this, I will be misinterpreted, right? Kasi kukuhain lang nila yung segment na yun. Kaso lang, show me how good you are. Okay, come on. Compete. Kami, we produce champions here. You understand? We know what we're talking about. We're not like umattend sa isa ng lecture, pero hindi ko kasi tinuturo to noon eh. Hindi nila naririnig. You understand? Eh, madami YouTube University. No, based it on science. Okay? Okay siya. Kaya nung may influencer nagpunta dito si Rendon, pangarap daw niya mag-donut. Sabi ko, hindi ko tinuturo yan, pero dahil pangarap mo yan...
Elephant turn.
Elephant turn. Sabi ko, elephant turn. Donut lang tawag namin dyan nung araw. So, okay, turo natin sa'yo, pero hindi na. Ginawa ko nga lang yun dahil napilitan akong pasalihin ni Toti ng Ducati Philippines sa Manibela Challenge. Pero, deep in my heart, why am I gonna do this? Alam mo, parang, yuck! It's unpredictable. The surface changes. Ang traction nito, sa umaga, pag naarawan niya, naiiba. Pag nadaanan mo ng daanan, naiiba. Kasi, naiiba eh, napupulbos and everything. Hindi yun tinuturo. Pang ano siya, pang reels. From show off. Pero every time you're breaking traction, mabagal yun. So, it's dangerous. Every time you break traction, paano ka magso-solo? Nag-solo ako sa Takadang eh. Doon ako parang sumikat. Sino yun? Nagsusolo Takadang. Siguro nagme-makeup. Ano? Sorry ah. Off the record. Hindi ako nahirapan doon eh. Wala akong kahit isang portion doon na nahirapan. Natakot lang ako doon kasi wala GPS. Naliligaw na ako. Kasi meron palang area doon na... Kasi meron kaming offline map. Pero pag nawala pala GPS, nawawala rin yung map. So parang yung blue, nawala na yung blue. So, zoom out kung ganun, tama naman, doon ako pupunta. Pero yung blue na to, it doesn't connect there. Alam mo yun, kinabahan ako, buti may lokal na naka-small bike. Tanong ako,